Hi guys, how are you? This is Renee with Yummy Life with Irene. Welcome back again with another very interesting video. And today I'm going to do a big and great shout out to Janet Ingando. If I am not saying your name wrong, from Kapsabet and all my sisters from Kapsabet. I was honored and I almost cried when Janet called me and told me that she's one of my subscribers. All her friends have subscribed to my channel. So I want to say thank you guys for giving me your support, and only to hear that I teach you so much and you have learned a lot from me. I'm completely humbled. I didn't know that my videos have such a great impact. And this video for today, I'm dedicating it to you, all my sisters from Kapsabet. I love you so much and God bless you. So my people, the video of the day is beef spring rolls. Yes, guys, I'm going to teach you how to make beef spring rolls. I don't like plain spring rolls because they're just vegetables, but I like putting some protein in it. So guys, here are the ingredients of the day. For the filling, we are going to need half of a small cabbage, finely chopped, 1 medium onion, finely cubed, 2 small grated carrots. We're also going to need 1 lemon, 6 cloves of garlic, 4 hot peppers, 2 green and 2 red, half a medium sliced bell pepper or hoho. Then we have 1 bunch of finely chopped coriander, black pepper, cumin powder, some mixed herbs, paprika, garam masala, and royco. Definitely we have to use salt and oil. And also we are going to need about 200 grams of ground beef or minced meat. We are also going to need 2 cups of whole wheat flour. This is going to make the covers for the spring rolls, or what we call manda. So my people, we are also going to need a cup of warm water. So guys, let us do this. I've just washed my hands and I've wiped them. So in our meat, we are going to start it off with a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of black pepper. Yes. So we are going to start our fire and brown our meat. To our flour, we are going to add half a teaspoon of salt, and we are going to do like 2 tablespoons of oil. Mix this thoroughly. And now we are going to put our warm water. Put water moderately because we do not want a soft dough. We want a very tough dough. Add a bit more water. The water is excess, so we just add a bit flour. So now we're going to work our dough. Yes. Make sure you have floured your surface very, very well. And you need our dough. Our dough is ready now to rest for like 10 minutes. You see, it's not a soft dough. So lightly flour your container or your basin. So we cover this with a dishcloth and keep it aside. Clean up as you go. Always work from a clean surface. Our meat is doing well. It's drying up. I want to show you how I also break down my meat. With a potato masher, you can break down your minced meat, yes? Mama, say hi. Hi. How are you? Bring, I put for you flour. This is my granddaughter. So when we are cooking dough, we make dough with her. So she wants it floured. Say thank you. Okay, go make your chapati. Like that. So now we are going to spice our meat. And by the way, this is really forgiving. You can do whatever spices that you love most. We are going to do 3/4 of a tablespoon of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of Spanish paprika, a teaspoon of mixed herbs, half a tablespoon of garam masala, and we stir this. So I'm going to add some oil because I don't want my spices to burn, like 2 tablespoons. Remember, this is going to have cabbage. So we want to cook down our spices. Ooh, I love the aromas in the house. Now we are going to add our onion and cook it down. Stir so that your onion cooks evenly. Our onion is soft now. We're going to add 3 crushed cloves of garlic. We're going to cook down our garlic so that it really We're going to cook down our garlic so that it releases the aroma. Yes. Be careful not to burn your garlic. So now we are going to add our cabbage. The moment you add your cabbage, it's going to start releasing some juices, and that will deglaze the pan. We're going to add our carrots. You see, it's deglazing the pan very, very well. You see the way 200 grams of meat is very tiny. It's a very small amount, but it makes such a big difference in your spring roll. We want this to have some bite. You know, we are not cooking down the cabbage completely. So the moment your cabbage starts to turn soft, we are going to put a tablespoon of Royco, and we need to cook down the Royco. Make sure you're stirring the Royco completely. You don't want to bite into a clove of Royco. And now we switch off, and we come in now with our capsicum or hoho or bell pepper. We also do our coriander. So we mix this thoroughly. The heat in the food will break down our coriander. I've told you guys that I don't cook down my coriander and I don't cook capsicum. So I just put it and the heat does the wonder. So look at our filling, my people. Look at this, how beautiful this is. So we are going to totally push it aside. Make sure you cook it in a pan so that it cools down as we get down to making now our wraps. I'm going now to put on an apron because I am heading to working with a lot of flour. And we are going to put our oil in a small dish like that. Keep it on the side. And now our dough has rested, you see. If I press it in, it's not bouncing back immediately. So we are going to roll out our dough into a log, and we are going to make very small balls. Make sure that your log is evenly rolled out. Then using 2 fingers, I'm going to measure my dough. Remember, for the samosas, we have the video for the samosas. It's 3 fingers. So now we are going to make very tiny balls. Just bring them together. Flour our surface. So 2 cups of flour. will need us about 20 spring rolls. So my people, I've gotten 19 out of our 2 cups. Though my granddaughter has worked on another dough, so we could have hit 20. And now we are going to let this rest for about 10 minutes. See you after 10 minutes. It's past 10 minutes and our dough is doing very, very well. So I'm just going to flatten it. Just take my dough, keep it on the side in a batch of 3. Starting with 7, then 6, 6. Using a rolling pin, you're just going to roll it out a bit, like that. Here you're going to use a lot of flour because you don't want them to stick together. Make sure that the bottom one is overlapping with the top one, like that. So let me roll them out first so that you can see. So now we are going to take our oil, like half a tablespoon. Flour. Put them together. It's a lot of work, but believe you me, they are delicious. Make sure you're pressing them down so that they don't slide. And here is the last one. So we are going to store this and you're going to roll them out at the same time. So make sure you've floured it very well at the base. In the meantime, I'm going to get my pan hot so that we can get ready to start now removing our wraps. So let me get all of them ready and I'll see you in a few. So all of them are done now. We are going to start with the first one. Make sure that you have very well covered it with flour. Press it down. Then using your rolling pin, score it like that, pressing down, so that when you're rolling, it will not slide. So now we just roll it to a perfect circle. Halfway through rolling, you turn it so that you see the base is sliding. Make sure it's a perfect circle, like that. So our pan is hot now, and you're just going to keep this in the pan as I roll the other two. So we are going to check on our wraps, need to cook them, or we don't want even them to have any brown bits. So you just turn and pull it aside and lift the top one. Be patient with them. And these ones, I like pulling them up with my palm like this. So you turn it, pull it on the side, and once you've done that, lift it with both your palms like that. That way it does not tear. You're going to store them on your clean kitchen cloth, and you store them facing down. Yeah, the cooked side. You pull them and you store them like that. So let me do this, then I'll get back to you. People, we are totally done with the wraps. And the last two, don't try and remove them on the pan. Let it come here, both of them. And you remove them like this because it's easier. They don't tear. Because remember, the pan is hot. Yeah? So once they're all done, you're going to cover them with your clean dishcloth. Make sure that they are not drying up on the sides like that. And now we are going to make our paste. So we are going to make our paste, or the glue that is going to hold our wraps and our filling. And just a bit of flour with cold water. And you stir it. You don't want it to be runny. I like it this thick. So you make sure that it doesn't have any crumbs. You see? This is good. Now we are ready to roll up our spring rolls. So we are going to line them up, a place to assemble them. And I've stood for long. I deserve to sit down now on a clean surface, clean hands. We are going to get our wraps now, starting with the bottom one because that is what that is cool. And the moment you turn them, Make sure all of them were facing the right side. You see this side? Let me use this one because it's the one that shows marks. You see this one? It has the brown specks. So we are not going to leave this outside. This is going to be inside. So this one, this side is going to crisp up. It's going to be our top side. So you take our filling. You make sure like 1.5 tablespoons. It's totally cool now. And you make sure you form like a log. Just take your time. If you want perfection, then you roll the top. Once you have rolled the top, using your finger, you're going to glue the sides so that everything holds. And you're going to press it on the sides, then pull it inside like that, so that when you stitch, you see the flap is not opening like that. Then now we are going to roll our spring roll. Make sure you're doing it tightly. Glue the bottom side so that it does not unwrap, and roll your log. So look at this. Don't let glue come out at the edges. And here is your rolled spring roll. So I'm going to arrange them here and continue doing this quite fast. My people, I have finished. This is the way I keep them because I'm just going to cook a few. Then the rest I like freezing them when they are each separate. And once they are frozen, I'm going to put them in an airtight container and they can stay in the freezer. So every time I want to cook for my girls, I can remove from the freezer, thaw it, let it come to room temperature, and then deep fry, and they're going to have fresh spring rolls. So let's wait for the oil to heat up so that we can fry a few. Our oil is hot. So we're just going to put our spring rolls inside. And now we're not going to crowd them. We don't want the temperature of the oil to come down. So we want to give them a very nice golden brown color. Make sure you turn them. Just let them cook evenly. And your oil should not be very, very hot. So check this out. This is the first lot. So we let our oil come back to temp. My people, our spring rolls are ready. Look at the color, how beautiful they are. So we let them sit for a few minutes. So this is the way I serve my spring rolls. In a pesto and mortar, I'm going to crush 3 cloves of garlic and our hot pepper. With half a teaspoon of salt. I'm making a very hot, spicy Asian dip. And if you love pepper, believe you me, you're going to love this. The salt helps to crush everything, you see? You look at it, you crush it until it becomes like a paste. We are going to squeeze in the 2 lemons. So my people, here is our Asian spicy sauce. And pour this into a small dish. Guys, here are the spring rolls. They are done and they are firm and cool. So I have to show you how we do. We dip our spring rolls in the hot sauce. So bon appetit, my people. Hear the crunch. Check this out. They are still warm. That sauce is no joke. Hot, eh? My people, I want to say thank you for being with me. Ooh. My tongue is on fire, but that's the way I like it. So guys, go ahead, make the recipe. Love on your family with food. Remember, yummy food always. And my people, we want to say thank you. God bless you so much for being in my kitchen. See you next Sunday with a brand new video. And bye. Unakumbuka kaka pilipili? Usiwe